Hello everyone, this is Priyanshu Chaubey, Assistant Professor of Suresh Gyan Vihar University. Today we will going about the soil collides. About the soil collides and what is a soil collide. So let's see what is a soil collides. So colloids are small particles which are bigger than ions in solution but less than those in a suspension, where individual particles can be seen with a naked eyes. In general, the range of size, a diameter of a true collides in the form of a 2 nanometer to 200 nanometer ionic solution less than 2 nanometer or transparent and light can pass through. This is such way that an object can be seen through it wears through a colloidal solution that is scared randomly so that while a object cannot be seen through it, but the glow of a light of a chorus can be seen. Milk is a perfect example of a colloidal solution. Is a scattering of a light by a colloidal is called a Tyndall scattering or a simple Tyndall. The colloidal state refers to a two-phase system in which one material in a very finely divided state is displaced through a second phase. Example of a colloidal solid and liquid. Clay is a water dispersion of a clay in a water, liquid in gas. In gas of fog or clouds in our atmosphere. Another important properties of the colloid solution in Brownian movement due to unbalanced impact of solvent molecules on the colloidal particles. These particles moves in a zigzag ways in a solution. So colloidal are of two types, lyophilic and lyophilic. That is a very important Leophilic and the Leophobic. Leophilic collider, what is now Leophilic collider? So Leophilic collider absorb solution solvent molecules and get stabilized against the population upon addition of electrolytes. So that is a Leophilic collides. On the other hand, Leophobic colloids are very sensitive to electrolytes addition in the focolates very easily. And Leophobic colloids are not stabilized by the solvent molecules. So the inorganic clay particles show a colloidal properties such as the tender scattering and a Brownian movement when even when they are 10 times bigger than the true colloids like when these are less than 2000 nanometer. This is because clay particles have a sheet like morphology with his high aspect ratio. One of the dimension like a thickness is about a 10 times less than length or the breadth. So high specific surface and change the soil collides are the same time uh, Leophilic because their hydration tendency are leophobic because of their sensitivity towards electrolytes. So, beside the inorganic clay, organic particles such as a humic substance also show colloidal properties. In fact, inorganic clay particles are always associated with the humic substance. As a complex known as a humus complex, this whole range of clay humus complex exhibit a colloidal behavior. Soil colloidal is that the clay humus complex are the most reactive components of the soil and control the three most important soil function, namely buffering, filtering, and nutrient supply. So source of charge on a soil collide. So electric charge on the soil collides is two types: permanent of or fixed change resulting in the constant charge surface, and the pH depend charge resulting in the variable change surface. Constant charge surface. So constant charge surface is negative charge developed in the layers, silicates, clay, minerals by isomorphous substitutions before we discuss in a mineralogy. Uh, the negative charge it is required to understand that times of isomorphous substitution. Isomorphous substitution is the substitution of one element for another in a mineral without is a significant change in the crystal structure. So that is a isomorphous substitution. Elements that can substitute for each other usually have a similar ionic radial and the valency state in which simple words high valent cation in the octahedral and tetrahedral, another lower valent cation. Those sizes are nearly the same or within a tolerant range. Isomorphous means the same size. So that the charge is one less than the substitute cation. Before the substitution, the structure is a neutral. So when a cation of the charge of like an n plus is a substitution by another cation of n minus 1. So there will be a excess negative charge of the one equivalent in the cell structure. So in a tetrahedral seed, like a 394 angstrom substituted by aluminium have a 0.51 angstrom. In a dioctahedral sheet, aluminium is substituted by the magnesium. So magnesium have a 0.166 0.166 angstrom. Uh, and in a trioctahedral sheet, magnesium is substituted by lithium. Lithium have a 0.60 armstrong. On the other hand, when a low valent cation such as the magnesium is replaced by the higher valent cation aluminum, one equivalent of the position charge is developed. In this way, positive charge develops in Boris sheet of a chlorides and the equivalent another of a negative charge development. In the ratio of 2 ratio 1, a skeleton of the chlorides of the both neutralize each other. Hence, a chloride develop characteristics like because this charge developed due to a substitution in the Lactic discharge are the permanent and do not charge easily. The mineral whether drastically. And these types of surface are called a constant charge surface. Unlike chlorides, where the negative charge developed. So in the latex is neutralized by the positive charge of the uh, ber- uh, bursite. Bursite acid is the interlayer in all other 2 ratio 1 clay minerals. The net negative charge developed in the lactic. Some charge may develop either in a tetrahedral sheets or a octahedral sheets or both. So are neutralized by a equivalent amount of the cation in the interlayer and on the external surface in mica. These interlayer cation are potassium and are fixed in the position in the sense that these ion sites cannot be accessed and the ions cannot be exchanged by the other cations supplied from outside. So in case of a 2 ratio 1 types of minerals, namely vermiculites and semicides groups of minerals by other cations present in the minerals external solution is this phenomena is known as the cation exchange capacity and cation exchange also. So in the 1 ratio 1 clay minerals permanent change is a very as compared to the 2 ratio 1 minerals. So pH depend charge and the variable charge surface. So these types of charge developed by of the hydrogen. So surface of hydride groups like sulfur plus hydride group, also called terminal or hydride groups. So are more active because of their unsatisfied valency that and the bulk of hydride groups present in the interior of the minerals. So negative change on the surface develops when the deassociation takes place of a high pH. Like a high pH in equations, we can see like sulfur connecting hydride and like now is a separate one by one minerals. So sulfur plus sulfur and oxygen and hydrogen. So now all the minerals are separated. So positive charge develops when a positive charge develops when association takes place at a low pH. So these types of colloid surface having a terminal hydroxide groups are called a variable charge surface. Thus, there will be a 1 pH when total positive charge is equal to a total negative charge. So, resulting is in the zero net charge. Zero net charge also called a GPC. Repeat again. This is very important. Zero net charge. So, zero net charge is 1 pH when a total positive charge is equal to total in the zero net charge. So the point of a charge or a GPC. The value of zero point of charge depends on the acidic strength or a basic strength. Strength as it determined by the respective disassociation or association constant, which in turn the surface hydroxide groups is attached. For metal oxides are more than electronegative of the metal, more in the acidic strength and the less of GPC. The zero point of charge or GPC of the different oxides are like silicon oxides. pH is 2. Magnesium oxides pH is 0.4. Titanium oxides pH is 4.5, and ferrous oxide pH is 6.5, and 6.5 to 8.0, and aluminium oxide 7.5 to 9.5. Reside on the outer surface of kaolinite minerals, oxide and the oxide and the hydroxide minerals, non-crystalline oxides, and the aluminum silicates such as allophane and hemoglites, and edges and broken bonds of all the minerals. So these charge are also neutralized by the equivalent amount of the cations or anions. So depending on the sign of the charge, this cation and the anions can be exchanged by a other cation and anion depending on the natural depending on the nature of the exchanging and exchangeable ions. So beside also the association of a surface functional group such as a carboxylic group and phenolic and anolic groups as follow, like inorganic clays are inorganic clays with a carboxylic group and phenolic groups and anolic groups. So among these functional groups, the carboxylic groups are acidic groups with a higher association constant than other organic as well as inorganic sulfur oxide groups. So thus a carboxylic groups deassociation at the low pH, giving a rise to the development of the negative charge. Phenolic and anolic groups are deassociation at the higher pH to produce negative charge, unlike an organic sulfur oxalic group. Organic carboxylic and hydroxide oxide groups do not association with the hydrogen at the lower pH, meaning thereby that the net positive charge does not develop on the organic colloids. So thus solid rich in organic matter may not have a zero point of charge. So soil may contain both parameters or a constant charge surface as well. Uh, Variable changes surface, but relatively amount of each category depends on the type of soil. For example, in a black soil, so in black soil the dominant clay minerals is montmorillonite. Okay, so montmorillonite with a lesser amount of oxides, amorphous aluminosilicates. This soil mostly contains constant charge surface. So on the other hand, red soil contain mostly kaolinite and oxide minerals, both of the which have a variable charge surface. So implies that in the red soil constant charge surface is comparatively very less. Now, Adsorption properties of soil colloids. So adsorption properties of soil colloids. One most important properties of the soil colloids in this can absorb the charge as well as a neutral substance on its surface. Adsorption is the process by which one substance called absorbed is accumulated on the surface of another substance called adsorbed. So here is a soil. Here is soil colloids. In other words, the concentration of adsorbed uh, concentration of the adsorbed in the more on the surface than in the interior of the adsorbed. The density and the mechanism by the which substance are the absorbed on the surface depends on the types of soil colloids. Types of the substance, which then the types of the linkage between absorbed and the soil colloids. Soil colloids have a both negative and positive charge, which hold both cations and ions. Some such as ions where the great particles relevance, like in the soil fertility and plant nutrient and environmental quality. So are like calcium, cadmium, copper, zinc, hydrogen, potassium, magnesium, iron, nickel, and lead cations and boron and chloride, hydroxide, nitrate, uh, molybdenum, silicon. These are ions. So, in a kaolinite-rich soil, kaolinite-rich soil, the positive charge are the more resulting in the higher absorption of anions. So while the cementite rich soil, the negative charge, the more resulting in the greater absorption of cations. So double layer of theory of the colloids. Double layer theory of the colloids are the charged particles, ions of the opposite charge are the attract towards. These exit are three possible distribution of uh, counter ions. One first one is in a distribution suggested by the Helmholtz. There is only a fixed layer of charge and the molecular dimension around the fixed molecular consider. This distribution recognized the existence of a two fixed layer that one that of the charged surface of the collider surrounded by the fixed layer of the counter ions. There is a separation of opposite charge is a minimum and the system it is a minimum enthalpy, where is hydrogen is E plus PV, which is the measure of the internal energy of constant volume of and pressure. But due to a restricted movement of ions in the fixed layer, the entropy of the system is also minimum. But the free energy of system given by the G is equal to H minus Ts is not a minimum because there is a negative sign before S. The S required for spontaneous process for equilibrium. So the electric potential of the surface drops sharply and linearly or to a zero from a negative value at the distance equivalent to ionic radius. So second is a B contour ions are the distributed only in a diffuse layer of the extending from the particle surface to a very large distance to the bulk of the solution. Here, ions are treated as a point charge, and the concentration of the contour ions decrease exponentially. The distance is the accordance with the Boltzmann distribution. The number of positive ions of the valency Z per ml at the point where is the electrical potential in the E is electronic charge and K is Boltzmann Mann constant. So and T is the absolute temperature. Thus, when a potential is a negative due to negatively charged surface, the exponential terms becomes a positive and ionic concentration and the becomes a more than which is ionic concentration or a far away at infinity from the surface. The this types of the distribution was applied in the case of the diffuse double layer and the postulated by the Gore and the Chapman. Here, entropy is a maximum because of the randomness of the contour ions, but due to a more separation of the positive and negative charge. Enthalpy is not a minimum, and hence, since free energy is also not minimum. Moreover, at very high concentration of electrolytes, the crowding of the ions. So, in practically high concentration of ions take place as postulated by the Boltzmann and distribution. The electrical potential at the surface decrease exponentially to almost to zero at the large distance from the particles. Organic colloidal from a soil organic matter. So organic colloidal or the amorphous polymetric meric brown and colored humic substance which are differentiated on the basis of the solubility properties into the humic acid and fulvic acids and the humins. These are the transferred product from the fresh debris by the microbial and the chemical process, bearing no morphological resemblance to the structure from which these were derived. These colloids have high density of functional groups like phenolic groups and anolics and groups, etc. Uh, more for more details refers to a soil organic matter we can see which upon the deassociation produce a negative charge on these colloids in addition to this humic substance there are the non-humic visible classes were such as the polysaccharides and polypeptides, altered lignin, etc. So ionic exchange in soil. Ionic exchange in soil. For a better understanding for the ionic exchange phenomena, let us consider as a following equation where a soil colloidal is saturated with the sodium ions. Sodium soil colloids is sodium plus potassium. Soil colloids connected with the potassium and sodium. So when a salt connecting ions potassium is added a system of sodium saturated soil colloidal and the surrounding soil solution potassium will be dissolved in the soil solution and due to a law of mass action potassium will go on to get absorbed on the soil colloidal by the exchanging obviously adsorbed on the soil collects. On the other hand, and the replaced ions of sodium will come into a soil solution and compete for the adsorbed site. However, intentionally due to a lower concentration of a replaced sodium in a solution, the rate of adsorption of the sodium will be less than the rate of adsorbed of potassium. A time will come when more of sodium clouds be replaced than the rate of the backward reaction is that adsorption of a sodium will be equal to a forward reaction adsorption of a potassium. In the situation there will be no net change into the ratio of potassium and sodium on the adsorbed phase with time. So this situation is called a dynamic equilibrium. The phenomena of the exchange of a sodium by a potassium on soil colloidal surface is termed as a cation exchange capacity or cation exchange, stressing on the importance of the cation exchange. Famous physical chemist C. Marshall had emphasized that the cation exchange reaction is the second most important in a nature uh, surprised in the fundamental importance only by the synthetic process of a green. Similarly, the replacement of the anion of a positively charged surface in called a plant. Cation exchange equations like for the divalent and monovalent ions exchange process like soil colloidal with calcium plus potassium, soil colloidal with 2 potassium plus calcium. So the equation first given by a Carrer in 1928 is known as a Carrer equation. So according to Carrer equation, here is a xk and a x potassium and x calcium are absorbed by the potassium and calcium respectively is moles per 100 gram soil, and the cation and potassium are the actively or effective concentration of the calcium and potassium respectively in soil solution. Care is known as a selectivity coefficient phase is a measure of the affinity of a potassium of absorbed phase with the respect to a calcium. The range of applicability of this equation for divalent monovalent exchange in very narrow. So is that the selectivity coefficient does not remain the constant for a long range. Uh, Some important thing here due to intra-ionic acceleration, attraction, and the orientation, the energy of an ion is reduced, and it is not to its full potential. So the effective concentration or activity is less than its actual concentration. Carbon is related as the where F is called activity coefficient and dilute solution activity of ions can be replaced by the concentration without the replicable error. So because with the dilution, the activity coefficient, the approach to a 1. Otherwise, activity in the solution phase can be calculated easily by the Debye-Hackel equation. हाँ क्या स्टार्टिंग में तो कर दिया और कितना देख के बनाए हाँ अपने आप को अपनी शक्ल तो दिखा दिया ना अब वीडियो ही बनाएंगे तो हम अपना कब पढ़ेंगे कम से कम इस बार हमारी हमारी भी पढ़ाई हो रही है इसके लिए हम ज्ञान को धन्यवाद करेंगे 26 जनवरी को हम अपने अकाउंट से इनको 501 रुपया देंगे इस बात हाँ पेपर है हमारा क्या कोविड वाला अब तो नहीं आ रहा पता है अभी मैंने जो वीडियो बनाया ना उसी में से मैंने नेट का एग्जाम देकर आ फंस हो गया पहले का पढ़ा हुआ था मैं तो पूरी जिंदगी से सॉइल साइंस पढ़ा रही हूँ ना जब से जॉब में आई हूँ तब से इसके अलावा मैंने कभी कोई ट्यूशन तो भगवान करे इसके अलावा मुझे कुछ ना दे मैं जब से टीचिंग में आई हूँ ना मैं अपने ही सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रही हूँ मैंने कभी नहीं पढ़ा surface which breaks into pads of a different size and shape. Shape and size can also be observed directly from the cleavage of the pads in the soil profile. Indirect method involves a measurement of the size distribution of stable aggregates, stability of aggregates of the soil property, which is the function of soil structure. Soil is indirect method, size distribution of stable aggregates. So, dry or wet sheaving techniques are used for determination of different size stable uh, aggregates. Indirect dry sheaving techniques the proportion of a stable aggregates against a vibrating action stimulating of the scoring effect of wind is determined which the provides and the index for a characterizing the susceptibility of soil to wind erosion in wet shaving technique size distribution of water stable aggregates in determined measurement of the stability of aggregates. It is evaluated by the degree of the which soil aggregate resist dispersion. Several indicates have been developed, such as the stability index, structure coefficient, and dispersion coefficient. Stability index and is the difference between a percentage silt and clay as determined by the mechanical analysis and that the obtained by suspension of soil sample in water. The great the difference, the better in the soil structure. Structure coefficient is given by uh, d minus s upon s, where d is a percentage of particles less than 0.25 mm in diameter as determined by the mechanical analysis, and the s is the percentage of the aggregates smaller than 0.025 mm in diameter as determined by the wet sieving method. High the value of the structural coefficient, the better is the soil structure. Measurement of the soil properties: bulk density, infiltration rate, hydraulic conductivity, aeration, available soil water, degree of compaction of soil may be used for evaluation of soil structure. So indicates of a soil structure amount of a different size soil aggregates is represented by the single value of the comparing the structural status of different soil or the same soil under different management particles. Among the various indicates mean a weight diameter of the aggregates is a commonly used index of soil structure. The mean weight or diameter of aggregates gives an estimate of a weighted a percentage of the average size of all the aggregates. The proportion by weight of the given size friction of the aggregates to the total sample weight is a multiplied by the mean diameter of the that frictions. The sum of these products for the all size frictions gives a mean weight diameter of aggregates in a mm. uh, Management of a soil structure. So the general practices for improvement of the maintenance of the soil structure: tillage operation be carried out within the range of the optimum moisture condition to ensure least destruction of the soil aggregate. Zero and minimum tillage practices be adopted to maintain adequate aeration and reduce the loss of organic matter through oxidation of or erosion. Soil surface be kept covered with the crop residues to protect aggregates from the beating action of raindrops. Check wheat emergence and add organic matter. Incorporation of the crop residues and the manures into the soil for the stabilizing aggregates. Introduction of legumes in crop rotation coupled with the application of the phosphatic fertilizer. Green manuring and cover crops are a good source of organic matter. Integrated use of organics and fertilizer for crop productions. Some soil have a specific structural problem which need a proper soil management practices for a better soil structure. Sandy soil. This soil have a problem of low water and nutrient retention. The practical method of improve structure of the soil, such as soils, is to add organic matter directly or through a green manuring. The addition of the pond sediments, can clay soil or even a compaction is helpful in increasing the proportion of small size pores for the enhancing uh, water and nutrient retention capacity. Clay soil, these soils have a restricted drainage and the aeration due to a poor aggregations. Addition of a soil matter through a helpful for improving aggregation, but the required amount is high. Therefore a crop rotation and use of phosphatic fertilizers are useful. Raised or raised bed cultivation can reduce the aeration stress problem to some extent. um, Puddlet condition in areas under prolonged waterlogging, the soil aggregations are broken, leaching to puddlet condition, a poor drainage, and possible solution of a soil problem. Disparate condition, the problem of dispersion is found in a sodic soil. Addition of a gypsum is a combination with the green manuring manures or the incorporation of crop produce in a successful in the improving soil structure and the ameliorations of this soils. Low stability of the aggregation in the soil of the airy and semi-arid region. Due to a low organic matter content, stability of aggregates can be increased by the addition of the organic matter. Mulching may also be useful as it provides a favorable condition of the microbes to decompose organic materials. Influence of the texture and structure on the soil porosity and pore size distribution. The porosity of pore size distribution in the soil are affected by a soil factors, mainly texture and structure. The organic matter bulk density and management factor like tillage and cropping and irrigation, which affect the soil structure, indirectly affect the total porosity and pore size distribution. It has already been mentioned that the porous textured soil have a mm, low total porosity than the fine textured soil. Although the size of an individual pores is large in coarse structural soil, the porosity in clay soils is a highly variable as the soils exhibit a swelling, shrinkage, and aggregation, dispersion, and compaction and cracking upon wetting and drying. The fine textured soil have a large proportion of the microbial proportion of micropores. Therefore, this soil retention higher amount of water